Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Over the Hump. And actually, this is our last interview episode for the year. I'm your host Pablo, and this is my co-host Joe.
So today we're gonna be doing something different because as you can see there's no guests today and it's just us. So for the first time in on Over the Hump you're gonna experience a full conversation of just us, things that you haven't really seen before because when we're editing those videos with other people we tend to cut out our most of our contributions because we wanted to focus and spotlight the people that we're interviewing. So this is your first chance of getting the whole Job and Pablo
Whole
experience.
Joe experience.
So this is an unfiltered, honest, genuine, unedited conversation with Job and Pablo. And as you can tell from the title, that's the whole plan for today. We don't have anything planned actually. We he honestly tried to rig this and come up with things to say, but we felt that it would be much better to just genuinely come up with ideas and topics, conversation topics on the top of our heads, which I'm not really good at. But
But we'll see.
but you know, but if you're talking with friends, it's super easy because you already have a rapport.
Mhm.
Okay, so
So
let's start this.
I
So
guess.
Pablo,
Oh, okay.
okay, scratch what I said. We have no idea what we're doing.
So let's talk about. As you said, we're gonna talk about. We're gonna be looking back on the year, right? As students and VC members. So why don't we start with this podcast? Like how did it start, Joe? What's the origin story for Over the Hump?
Well, for the origin story of this, from I think we need some context, some background information. So, as you all know, we started online learning, the whole online experience at March of last year,
2020.
2020.
2020, yeah.
Bro, yeah, but what is time even anymore?
Why?
Who cares about the year? This is just an infinite loop, I feel like I'm in what's some time loop movies.
Uh,
The
Yesterday I watched Edge of Tomorrow. That's a time loop movie.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
With the actors.
Or have you watched Palm Springs? It's a really good movie. Best movie in my opinion of last year. And barely anything came out last year, so
I think you told me about it. But you gave it to me as homework to watch, but I didn't end up watching it.
what a disappointment. Okay, so yeah, so we're basically repeating things every day and we're just stuck at home. But before, a cure to that was, just being with your friends, right? One way to get out of that loneliness, basically, or that whole repeating cycle was to speak with your friends. So we were talking, then we were actually watching the show Community together, right? And then they have this segment, this running gag of Koy and Abed in the morning. It's like an imaginary talk show. So we thought to each other same wavelength, right? We both had a similar idea of maybe we should do something like this. And because I'm pretty sure we've talked about this so much. Because remember that gig the on the
Yeah.
soccer event that we were supposed to play?
If you're gonna
We were
first
so
episode,
salty.
yeah, we keep on.
So- Yeah, so as a cure to that and the whole being at home thing, we recorded something together, and it was first called How to Rock with Job and Pablo. It's actually on my Instagram. When did we first upload that? I'm checking my
Well, I think it was during
Instagram.
summer, wasn't it?
May 8th. Wait,
That's like end of school.
that was yesterday.
It's a 1 year anniversary.
Oh gosh, wait, I didn't even realize. I didn't even realize that. I know this is weird. We might actually no, we're not gonna cut this out. 'Cause, I'll probably show our first video like around this. Yeah, so the only things that we're gonna edit is actually music and like the background stuff.
Yeah. And like,
So if you can see from the bit, actually I have my shirt like from that exact year ago, like right here. Like that's what I changed from to like the Brent Pride. What a coincidence.
yeah, did we wear like the same shirt all the time, or did we wear different ones?
I don't know, dude. Like this entire pandemic thing, like online, I've been like just rotating like 8 pairs of shirts, all the same shirt, just different colors. I haven't like delved deep into my closet in a while.
There's no need to. You don't go out anymore.
Yeah, you just grab what's on top.
Yeah.
And that's usually the one that you
That was just
previously
washed.
wore.
Yeah. It's just wash, right?
Okay, I think we're getting off topic.
That was way off topic. So the Hollow Rock, right? Yeah, back in Hollow Rock, we weren't really using Zoom. We were kind of
On Skype.
I don't even know why we didn't use Zoom, but we were using Skype, and because of that, the quality was quite low. And another thing
We didn't
about Hollow Rock, we didn't edit it. It was just like spontaneous.
So it was kind of like this whole episode. That was all like on the top of our heads. We didn't even like have a script or anything. That was
They were just like say this and say that, and then we'll record, right?
yeah, just go with it, improvise.
Takes me back. It's like wow.
It's like our little improv group.
Can you hear that?
You have a baby in there?
Yeah, it's my cousin. Sorry.
That's cool. So yeah, that was like our escape, and when we both got into VC this year, we'll get into varsity council later.
Thank you. Those events we did, really fun stuff.
Yeah, so we'll get into that later. But when we got in, like we were thinking of how we can contribute, because like VC was really aiming to help people like feel connected to the community and so have that reach into like every student, right? So have that reach to raise school spirit and whatnot. So our contribution was this, like our idea was to have this podcast.
Yeah, and then like our original plan was to interview people of the Brent community, whether it be students, teachers, alumni. And
that's what we did.
Yeah, and that's what we did, basically. We stuck to the plan all the way to the end.
And I don't know if you realize, but we've been doing it like once a week for the past 7-8 months.
Yeah, ever since we started. I mean, we've only missed 2 weeks of uploading, which is actually
2 or 3. Then like the breaks, but
we don't count.
That's given, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we need rest too. Okay, so now let's just speak more of like the pandemic in general. Like, yesterday, like actually, I had a conversation with some of our friends, and on Discord. So I just popped in while I was working on my math IA, which I should have done earlier. Actually, I don't want to say that, but like we're not gonna edit this out.
Continue.
Okay, so I was working on that, right? But just for clarification, I did work on my math IA like beforehand. I was just finalizing it.
Okay.
I was just okay, so I didn't procrastinate. I was just making sure to that very last minute that it was okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm responsible. I'm responsible. I like to think so, but So yeah, we're talking with our friend. I was talking with our friends, and so we went back. We reminisced on like the very last day of like on campus school, right? That was March something on a Thursday,
On
right?
a Thursday, yeah. Because we had the practice Zoom sessions on Fridays. On the Friday.
Yeah, and everyone had that mentality that this was just gonna be like week thing, like a 1 week one-off thing, like just practice, maybe take a couple weeks off of campus, and then it's just all gonna go away. Corona was a fad, you know.
Yeah.
But as you all know, it did not turn out that way. But the way I was saying goodbye to all our friends, I was jokingly like saying, I'll see you guys in for like this is the last time we're gonna see each other, so better better get your closure, you know.
Better get closure.
So I was like, I'll see you guys in forever. So like I'll see you guys when we're 30 or something.
It might actually come true.
And the person I was talking to in Discord, like he played along with it, so we're pretending to kind of like hugging each other. So like I'll see you in like 30 years, and then we never. That was like the last time I talked to him until like October or something. That was my birthday,
During
right?
your
And I
birthday,
didn't.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't talk to him ever since then. That was yesterday was my first conversation, and like it didn't feel that bad because we had closure, right? Even that joking sentiment, right? It was still meaningful because like I think I wished I did that with everyone because there are some things I wish I did, you know, before we went into this pandemic quarantine. These awkward silences, like it's no fun for anyone actually, not even for us, right?
Unless you like awkward silences, then we can have a whole separate video for you guys.
You sadist.
So yeah, moving on from end of last school year, the beginning of. I didn't think that we'd start school online. Honestly, I was pretty shocked when. Well, no, I wasn't really shocked because we were still in quarantine during summer, and that must have been the most. I don't remember anything during the summer break last year.
I think I could say the same thing about most days this.
That's true.
There's like pandemic because like I said a while ago, it's like things are just repeating.
So it feels like the quickest school year of my life.
Exactly. Oh yeah, one thing we wanted to talk about, some positive and negative things, you know, as we reflect on this past year.
Ooh, okay.
Like on a personal level, because like I don't want to get into politics. I am not well equipped to have that conversation because, to be honest with you, like I haven't really like been keeping up with all of those things. Like all I've read about are like the equality stuff, which is cool. Wait, without context, that's like bad. Like, no, the inequality isn't cool, but it's cool that we're all pushing for equality. That's what I mean.
Okay. Yeah, ups and downs.
Okay, so you wanna go bad or good stuff first?
Oh, let's do. Everyone likes the bad stuff first. I think, at least I do.
Okay, on a personal level, like some bad stuff during this pandemic, like in general, like.
Oh no, I don't get to go out anymore. Right? We don't get to go out. Remember we used to watch like lots of movies, and like new movies came out. We're excited to like, when you're free, you wanna watch this. But now, we don't even like think about that. Like we barely even watch new movies nowadays.
I mean, we have Netflix party, which is cool.
Oh yeah, Netflix party works.
But it's not the same as like.
Yeah, it's not the same.
I mean, yeah, it's like cool when we're all in a theater together, like you trying to like steal some fries from me or something, and I like nudge you away.
Yeah, you telling me these theories about how Tarzan is related to Elsa and Anna, and then I can't do that anymore.
Was that the last movie we watched
That's the
together?
last one we watched together, and
No, that,
I couldn't focus because you kept telling me like how this proves a theory.
was it really? Wait, hold on.
It was, yeah.
February we watched the school play together and then like we slept over.
I think the school play was like the last one. Last event at school.
Yeah, but, like it's so bad that like our last like outing together was like at the hospital, right? Because like I dropped you off at the hospital because I had like a checkup or something.
Was that after the sleepover? Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was like during
I dropped
COVID
you-
as well, I think. There was like
No, that was early phase. That was like February. So like
one case a day, or 2 cases a day.
yeah. So like it was still cool going. We're already wearing masks and stuff, but like
Before it was cool.
yeah, but we could still like go out and like the hospital isn't like some haunted place and you like it is now, right? Like it's so scary to go close to a hospital.
Yeah, that's much scary.
Wait, what were you? Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
forgot
got
what we were
off at the
talking about.
hospital. Wait,
yeah,
what
like last like move, and then we had that camping trip in January. I
That
can
was
show
fun.
some clips of that.
you like jumped off like a diving board for the first time, like high one. But not first
hate
time,
you.
but like
You guys peer pressured me into jumping off.
the power. It was like 10 feet tall only, dude. It was fun though,
15.
right?
It was like 15. It was like 15.
It was-
I was no, cause like if it wasn't water, like maybe if it was like something, those like crash pads or something, or like the trampolines.
Yeah.
If it was something I would jump, but like I hate water, cause like
See,
ever
I feel
since
like that's more scary because like you don't know, you don't see the bottom. Well, I mean, you don't see the water, you don't see the bottom of the water either. But it was
Yeah,
a nice
'cause, like,
clear river.
I don't like water. Like ever since I was like I can swim, but like I do not like it.
Mm.
Just being in water scares me.
So are you scared of showering?
No, like being submerged in water.
Oh, okay.
Like tiny swimming pools are fine, but like those like natural streams of water.
Yeah, or like lakes and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you don't know what's in it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Yeah, I get that.
Okay, let's go back to like the good stuff and bad stuff about.
Yeah.
Pandemic.
You don't do no more bad stuff.
I think the bad thing, like one thing that like one negative effect, I guess, like that's been overlooked. I think, cause like for people our age, like we're like in the pandemic, we were heading into the stages of our life where we're like choosing what we're gonna do for like the rest of our life, right? Like
Yeah,
IB and stuff, and like especially for people like me, I'm pretty sure there's more people like that like had no idea what they were gonna do. Like they have all this hobbies and like talents, but there's not that one thing that you wanna pursue, right? Like you have that one special thing, like because I've been dabbling in all these many things, many activities and skills, and I'm okay or even good at most of them, but like there's not that one thing that stood out. So it's already a scary thing heading into that stage where we have to choose, because I think that's a really scary and like dangerous stage for us, for us kids.
Yeah, and then like right now we don't really get to experience things that we would
And like
in person.
This whole thing with the pandemic, like it just adds another layer of uncertainty to the future, right? So we're already like trying to choose a path, but like, and it's scary because we don't know where that leads, and then the pandemic just clouds like more things from like what's gonna happen, right? Like just adds more smoke, I guess. Like it just makes it less clear of what we're heading into.
It's also hard because like you're kind of alone when you're choosing it because you're by yourself in your room, right? During class, they ask you like what classes you want to join. You don't really get to talk about it with your classmates, ask their opinions. Just something that
You can, but like it's harder because like it's more easier to access people. No, that sounds weird, but people are more accessible when you're at school, right? Because you can just walk up to them. Yeah, it's harder to access. People are less accessible, like online, because they can just scene zone you, or like they can respond like hours later.
Like in real life, you walk up to someone and ask them a question, and they just look at you and walk away. It's the same thing as scene zoning online, basically.
Yeah, but people don't do that often, and like unless you like make them mad or something like before that.
The thing I also miss is sports. Sports, like other activities like band and plays, events.
Now that you mentioned band, I miss band. Mr. Leggett, especially. I'm not saying anything bad, so I guess we could talk about that.
We're talking about the negatives, and you're like, Mr. Leggett.
No, like, yeah, but the negative is that experience was like taken away from us, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and like spending time with our friends and like our teachers, like who actually have been doing a great job, like trying to teach us in this pandemic. So we appreciate you all like teachers. I don't know why I'm like structuring that sentence like that. It's very awkward, but yeah, so teachers, we appreciate you, great job, but it's just not the same, right?
It can't be the same. It's like not possible.
Can't.
But yeah, in my class, we had like this. I think you've done it too, right? It's like the Kumo space. It's like where you have a bathroom.
We should do that. Like
go around class. That's pretty fun. I like that.
Yeah, and you could just like fool around and like move random places.
Yeah, and since it's like proximity chat, like you can sit in the corner and talk with your friends without other people.
You can run away from people. That's so cool.
Pretty fun. And it simulates like a classroom.
So more bad things on like a personal level, right? So we've talked about movies, no movies together, that outing experiences, and then more uncertainties of the future. Then we talked about classes, I think.
Yeah, classes and like events during school.
And sports, activities, stuff like that that's taken away. Another thing. What's another thing? Another big thing that you have to deal with personally. That's a negative effect of the pandemic.
For me, I think I don't have the same work ethic, or at least my work ethic aged, right?
Yeah. I was thinking about that actually.
Because like, I don't have to wake up at 5 in the morning to catch the bus at 6 to go to school at 8. All I can do now is wake up at 7:58, turn on my computer, and then log on to class and be late. You can see that as both a positive and a negative. Because in a positive way,
I guess, but like,
right?
Yeah, but like, it's also a negative how we wake up so late and then like you get into class like a minute before, right? Like you wake up a minute before. And like you can't really focus because like that's what for me. I keep setting up an alarm for like 7 a.m. but I wake up, turn it off, go back to sleep. Instinctively wake up at like 7:58 or something, right?
Like by like no alarm, just like you wake up.
Yeah, or even sometimes in class, like in the middle of the day. Like you're like falling asleep, but then like that nervous feeling of like, oh wait, I'm in class.
I get that.
Yeah, it's so much easier to slack off, I guess, and like really, it's not like I still work as hard as before, but like it's, I guess it's harder to like get into that mode, you know, get into that mindset of working.
But at least we have like more time to work, which is
Mhm.
they gave us.
Yeah,
I really like how the school gave us independent study time and
a
student
good
wellness.
a good segue into the positives on like a personal
Yeah,
level, like those independent study times and the student wellness. Even though student wellness is basically lunch, but like it's longer, so
it's longer, and this is with independent study. It's actually awesome, and classes are a bit shorter.
I mean, yeah, classes are shorter, which is good, I guess. Not, I like it, but like a lot of people also don't like it. So
People prefer longer classes.
yeah, cause like it's our learning, you know.
No, that's true, but like most of my classes end before the time they're supposed to end, right? Same for
Yeah,
you.
imagine. Remember last year, you know, like that first semester we had online. That was horrible because like every class was like so long and like
There was like 10 minutes break in between each, and then I had lunch.
mm-hmm. That was so tiring. That's why I'm so happy to get the student wellness and the independent study time. But some other good things, more family time, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, especially for me, I've been spending so much time with my family because we all live in the same house, and yeah,
Yeah. What's some other? I guess. Oh, like a negative was that. Huh?
self-reflection. Because
Mhm.
it's alone time.
Yeah, like I think something because like we talked about uncertainties of like what you're gonna do in the future, right? Like this is like also a perfect time to be on your own to like try new things, right? Because you're on your own and like you're bored, so it's cool to like do things that you haven't done before just to like entertain yourself, I
Yeah, like
guess.
pick up some old hobbies as well. Like I started recently getting back more into guitar. As you know from our music videos, Job and I are kind of a band, you know, two-man band kind of.
Oh, you want me to show the remember the forbidden song? I'm gonna show a clip of it.
Yeah. Wait, how many forbidden songs do we have?
One.
It's a
Wait, which one is
the
it?
talent show one, right? The talent show one.
Yeah, the what's it called? Baby Your Haunted House. That's
What else?
ironically we're not gonna say what we have planned for like our very last video because this is our last episode technically of the podcast, but we have one last video that we might shed some details on later, like at the end of the video. But and we'll tease it, right? We have that teaser planned.
Yeah, the this.
Yeah. Um. Yes, we have that tease planned. So, what are we talking about? So yeah, it's
Learning
ironic
new
because
things
like
or like
that forbidden song, like that performance, we didn't do that bad, but like we hated it. We hated
because
how
we
it turned
did
out.
better in practice. We did a lot better during practice.
Yeah, because we added that bridge part, right? Because we never added that bridge part.
I think we learned it. I don't think I learned it this time. No, I
Yeah,
think I
we
did
did it
learn
like backstage.
but like I learned it the day before. Yeah. Fun times.
Yeah,
though.
we practiced it backstage.
Oh yeah, did you watch the food fest this year?
Wait, can we not get into this? Because I didn't.
Oh, I thought it was really cool how we were still able to happen, right?
Well, I
Well,
watched some of the
us last
videos.
year.
It was cool.
Remember last year, Joe? We didn't get to do food fest.
Can we not? Because like we
Stop talking about that.
I'm pretty sure we talk about this so much. You know, we have that soccer thing. We were supposed to play then food fest, and then Tati like I think she said we were gonna play prom too.
Yeah, prom.
because they were juniors, and because there are four of them, right? Four juniors and two of us who were sophomores at the time. So I guess we were supposed to have it go to prom like 3 times, right? That was cool.
Yeah, you know another thing that sucks, we have no more prom this year. Which is like
Yeah,
one of the big events that we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. Dude, you know how bad that is? Like we were initially gonna do 3, right? Now we have like or 1 next year if
Maybe
we do
one,
it, but
maybe
like
one.
I doubt it.
It
like-
depends really.
But stay positive, you know. Stay positive.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
We're gonna have one next year.
Good vibes. Send out some good vibes. I really like how this conversation is turning out. I did not have like super high expectations going in.
It's our first time, kind of. Besides How to Rock. No, How to Rock was scripted.
No, not really. Like we planned some things, but like it was never like word for word scripted. It was just like
It's
here are
bullet
some
points.
some bullet points of what we need to go over, but like
Yeah.
just fill in the stuff in between, right? It's much easier to like come up with things for a conversation rather than like questions, you know? Because like in our interviews, we have to come up with on the spot questions sometimes.
To like enhance the conversation. If like our next question, if one of our questions doesn't really flow into the next question, we usually come up with something in between.
Yeah, it's much easier because like we have like certain themes for each episode, right? And like the expertise of the person we're interviewing. So our conversation, I guess, is limited. Unlike now, we can just talk about whatever.
We should talk about VC and like what we've been doing for the past year.
You must say that for last.
Oh, we could. Let's do that.
Yeah, so because that's really meaningful, I guess.
Ooh, another positive I got into VC this year is my first year in varsity council. That's another positive. Just throwing one out there, you know.
Year number 3, baby.
Yeah, you can check out our VC episode on the varsity council YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, that was a cool episode. Like, even though I've spoken with my brother like so many times, even before that, like
That's my first time meeting your brother, actually. Like talking to him. So I've seen him when I was like 9th grade.
oh yeah. Oh, and like yeah, we got to reconnect with so many people because like Gab and Jay. I think you've met them like in like one
I
time,
met
right?
Gab during band class many times, like 3 or 4 times.
And then we also got to reconnect with our band, right? Tati, Grace, Elena, and Jan. My man Jan. We had a very, very, very short it's not even a conversation. It's like he replied to my story like the other day. Because like I posted Van Weezer, like the new album of Weezer came out. I know Mr. Stapley keeps bashing me for liking Weezer. But it's not a good album, but like I really like this one song. But I'm getting off topic. So yeah, I posted that and he celebrated with me basically. And then like I was like, yeah, let's rejoice. And then like just left it at that. So yeah, so like Mr. Stapley's wrong. I'm not the only person who likes Weezer. Some other people like it too. Beat that, Mr. Stapes. Beat that. Do you think he's gonna be watching this?
I don't know. Well, let's wait and see. Okay, so what were we talking about before that?
Before we go back to that, if Mr. Stapley emails us, that's like whole other like level of respect there, you know, because like that means he watched like how many minutes have we been talking already?
30 minutes almost.
Yeah, so he watched all the way through. Loyalty, my man.
My man.
Am I allowed to like address a teacher in like a very casual, friendly way like that?
I don't know. You might. I don't know.
Conduct card.
Conduct card maybe.
but it's out of respect though. It's like not it's not formal respect, but it's like the friendly respect, you know. I'm not good. Okay, I have to stop justifying myself. So, what were we talking about? Oh, like our past episodes, like reconnecting with people. We also
met a ton
talked
of people.
We talked to Miss Bustamante for the first time.
Yeah, that's my first time talking to Miss Bustamante.
Yeah, because we don't get in trouble a lot, or we never do, right?
No, I haven't been. I've met Mr. Likes a couple times. That's it.
Yeah, conduct card, bad boy. You're a bad boy. Okay, yeah. And yeah, we got to reconnect with our baseball squad, including Mr. Stapes. Yeah, Mr. Stapes and Mr. Fulo were our only two-time guests, I guess. Because Mr. Fulo provided
we did the full
us
tour
the,
episode.
yeah. Then Mr. Stapes had the relationship in the baseball episode. Yeah, we also got to reconnect with the English teachers. Miss Mapul, we have her in class, so that's cool. Yeah, that's something I miss really, like being able to talk to teachers like outside of class.
Yeah, and like you're not having to make a Zoom appointment meeting with them, which is like such a hassle.
It's really cool to be talking to your teachers about things that are not like class related.
Like common interest, right?
Yeah, because like we don't really get to see that other side of them like outside of class anymore, right? Because it's all business on Zoom. I mean, sometimes it's not, but like
most of the
time, right? Okay, so let's just take a break from all this pandemic talk. Any movies you've watched recently, Pablo?
Oh,
like,
we're doing it.
Yeah, like
okay, so we just got a new TV in my living room, and I've been rewatching a ton of series. So I rewatched Harry Potter. Rewatch. Okay, that's it. That's it. Harry Potter so far. That's it. But I'm planning to watch a ton other more movies. Like some old classics, like my favorite back in the day, my favorite film, Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it's more possible now since like work is declining a bit because like we're ending the school year. But like
just
I guess
studying for exams now for me.
Yeah, like I guess it picks up in the summer though because we have to finish all the EE and the college essay stuff, the IAs. But we have more freedom with how we wanna manage that, right? Okay, yeah, that's cool. Harry Potter. Have you read all the books?
Only the first two, but I do have all the books.
I only read the first 4, like until the Goblet of Fire. I haven't watched most of the movies though. Like,
haven't?
I've only watched the first, second, fourth, and fifth movies.
First, second. Oh yeah, and I also rewatched Spider-Man, the newest one with Tom Holland.
Yeah, I did. I rewatched that last month because I rewatched the 2 Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies. Those are my favorite. So like, fight me if you think anyone's Spider-Man is better.
Did you watch Tobey Maguire one on Netflix party?
Yeah, we did. The first and second movies of that trilogy was so nostalgic and like.
But the third one's the one with him dancing, right? No.
Yeah, wait. Say what you will about that movie, like it is like pretty bad, I guess. It's not super bad, but it's like meh. But
it's a Spider-Man.
Yeah, but that was where an iconic image was born. The Black
Pizza
Spider-Man.
Time also there? It's Pizza Time. Was that the second one?
No, second one's Pizza Time.
Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, what do you think of the Tom Holland Spider-Man? Because like more details about the third movie of that franchise is coming.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that one.
Coming out.
I rewatched
Multiverse, right?
I rewatched the second one, and The ending was like super shocking. I won't say spoilers, but like it really gets you to want to watch the next movie.
Oh, like my only complaint about that one, because like they lean heavy on the romance part, right? The teen romance.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, where did
awkward
that come from?
romance.
Because like
Because the
end
original
of the
Spider-Man
first
are
movie.
they're all adults, right?
No, they're also in that stage, but they're all like graduating, I guess. No, and like that thing came out of nowhere. Like in the last movie, they teased it, I guess, but like, how did full out became a thing? You know, full on became a thing. Cause like, right? Cause the first you watched the first and second one, right? Cause the first one, he was still hung up with the vulture's daughter, right?
Yeah. And then the second one, all of a sudden,
Yeah, it's all.
it just
Like,
changed focus.
I like a little bit of backstory or like context into like relationships in movies. Those are always really cool. Cause if you don't know, like my favorite type of movies are like rom-coms or comedies, you know, like or those like comedy dramas, you know, those indie movies. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, we watch a lot on Netflix Party.
Oh,
We watch good ones, we watch bad ones.
About time, like, dude, the reviews for that movie are like really good, but I don't see it. Like, I'm not gonna throw out some terms that might not be allowed, but
It just wasn't just a no.
that guy was. It's sexist, I guess. No, not sexist. It's like, it's gross with how males and females are portrayed. That's how I'm gonna put it. Cause like, Pablo, do you have any like better way of like saying it?
You said it the best way I could possibly think of, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, it was disgusting. Yeah. So you recently, what's the last movie you watched?
I think it's Spider-Man. Isn't it?
Like personally, what's the last one that you
personally,
watched?
I watched Edge of Tomorrow yesterday because I saw my brother watching it.
Oh yeah.
And I just sat down with him. Pretty cool.
How is it? Like 1 to 10.
It's like for a sci-fi movie, it's like a 7, 8. Cool premise.
I
cool
keep
premise.
seeing that. Wait, what
On
are you
Netflix,
saying?
right? You keep seeing it on Netflix.
Yeah, I keep seeing it. So like, yeah, but I don't really want to watch like a 2-hour movie. That's not my thing right now. Cause like, there's so much work to do. Rather watch movies that are like an
It's like
hour and like.
you'd rather
80
watch
minutes.
one season of a TV show rather than like a long movie, right?
Yeah.
Like four episodes of a 20-minute TV show, a 20-minute series, rather than a 2-hour movie.
2-hour movie, yeah.
Because you feel more productive for some reason.
Yeah, cause like all this, most of the times the stories are like more self-contained per episode.
Yeah, so you have 4 conclusions rather than just one.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can just stop at any time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I've been rewatching The Office. Cause like,
really good. I watched all the YouTube clips.
have you watched the series?
I watched the first 2 seasons. That's all. First 2 and like half of the third season.
Yeah, I'm now at season 7. That's where I hear that's where it goes downhill. Cause like, that's when Steve Carell leaves, right? Season 7. At the end, I think.
Yeah, I think
Right?
I think that's finale. I watched the YouTube clips. I know.
Yeah, that's where it plummets. I tried to do that like plummet sound, you know, I can't do that. I can't do it. Wait. These
I don't
braces
want to have to
are
edit this out, Joe. I don't want to have to edit this out.
Yeah, we're not editing any of this out, right?
Yeah.
Just the process.
So how about VC topics now? So this podcast is part of the varsity council.
Yeah. Honestly, I really like how VC has like done this entire school year. It was like the main goal was to like really still maintain that school spirit and that sense of community, even though we're all like far apart, right? I think we really accomplished that as like a group, and like everyone really pitched in, like especially with the hobby videos on Instagram.
What are your favorite events, Joe?
That Rocket League tournament, like
That's pretty cool, right?
at first I was bummed because like it was on my birthday. I'd rather like do other stuff, right? But like when I saw it and like how successful it was, like with even with like the commentators and the
Like the loading screens.
the middle schoolers, right? The middle schoolers were like part of it too. The VC Cubs, they were like interviewing people and they were
Yeah,
like
that was really
trash
cool.
talking. They
I
were
was a
trash
moderator
talking
for the
through.
chat in that.
Yeah, we were, right? We
Yeah, both
both
of us
were.
were. So I
Yeah,
watched
like
the whole thing.
people spamming the chat with the pogs.
Yeah. When someone scored a goal, everyone was like goal and stuff. It was really fun. It was really fun.
Yeah, that was like one. Is that like our first like big event or
I
no?
think the first one was
House rally?
the house rally. We did the We Will Rock You, like that. Everyone sent in videos. We compiled videos.
Yeah,
I
because that was
did the guitar
early.
solo for We Will Rock You, along with Mr. Castaneda.
Yeah, and like that was
Actually,
early in the year.
Yeah, I wasn't even part of VC then yet. I think.
You were. Pretty sure you were.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I was. That was very early in the year.
Yeah, it's early in the year. That's why it's so amazing to see like how much people are still involved in the community, right?
Yeah, people miss it, like the community. I miss house rally.
Yeah, BC has done a really great job, and like I think I don't know if it made it into the episode, like the VC episode, but like even Josh and Megan, they also talked to us about like how impressed they were at how active our social media was, and like our Instagram account, the social media platforms
That's something.
of BC.
That's something we were planning to make more active. Like, this is the Over the Hump podcast. This was to make the YouTube channel active. Like, because before the YouTube channel was like for highlights of games and stuff. Since we can't have that now, we did this.
No, and that was the old VC thing.
That's a really old VC.
Yeah, and like we didn't have that in like the past 2 or 3 years. So yeah, it was really cool to have that back, and like to be a part of the reason like that's back, right? Us, like our videos.
Oh, and Literature Week was really fun. The Kahoot.
Yeah, the Kahoot.
Even though we weren't allowed to play, I was like,
That sucks. I wanted to play so badly.
We were also participating. That was really fun.
Also, one thing about that, like one of the questions was where Ash was from, in like
Yeah,
from Pokemon, right? People got it wrong. I felt so personally attacked. Like, how do you not know that? Like,
I mean,
how is that?
it's not. I guess it's not really common knowledge amongst everyone.
It should be common knowledge. So, like, if it isn't, like, if you say it isn't, you should be in jail or something. You should like. I can't threaten like people's lives because like this is still a school thing.
But yeah, some of the questions are really fun. Here's the VC members who came up with these questions.
Yeah, and the English teachers, right?
And the teachers, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, how do you want to end this? I think we've been talking for so long already.
Almost an hour. 40 minutes. End it with a montage. Play it.
Wait, what montage? We didn't pretend. We pretend. I said pretend, but like we didn't prepare. We didn't prepare a montage.
Yeah.
I really want to end with a montage. That would be cool, but
That'd be cool. It'd be a lot of work as well. So.
Yeah, so busy this week. Um. So yeah. How do you? Because are we just gonna like sink down until like we're both gone and just like go some
And
black
this,
screen? Okay, so yeah, I think we want to finish this podcast.
do you think this year was a good year, Joe?
Huh?
Do you think this year was a good year?
I mean, we talked about the ups and downs, but like overall, like
Overall?
it is how you think of it. Actually, like if you choose to, because like it can be like most things is like double-sided, right? And it could really be a positive, like with how you approach things, like how we did. Like we use this opportunity to spend more time with family, spend more time searching for interests. Like I think Pablo, you got more involved with your musical interests, right?
And cooking. I started cooking also.
Oh yeah, same. And I got into movies. I read screenplays and whatnot. Like Pablo knows, right? We talk about it all the time. It's one of the main things I discuss with you. Also, you know what we missed out on? Like this conversation.
Oh, what?
Music, man. Like, we didn't talk about music.
That's gonna be for our next episode.
Oh yeah, good segue. So yeah, this is the end of this episode. So we hope that you enjoy this, like an unfiltered conversation of us.
This is
And
our longest episode yet because
it's very much unedited, because like all we're editing out are the
pauses.
awkward silences.
Most of
Like,
our interviews actually last about this long, even longer, but because of time restrictions, we usually edit out 60%.
Yeah, and like
50%.
most of those things that got trashed, those like are our contributions to the conversation.
I mean, not trash, but like they don't.
The I
Not
forgot
that they
what the
don't
term was.
contribute, but
I'm blanking on like the term for that, and the something floor, right? The cutting room floor or something. Is that the term?
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, this is an awkward finish. It's
Okay.
cool because life is awkward. Conversations are meant to be awkward because like not everything's perfect. Unlike movies, like I don't know how they banter like that or how they converse in like such a very smooth and progressive fashion, right? Like their conversation would always lead to some plot point or some exposition.
Imagine if life was like that, you know.
Yeah, but it's so random, which is a good lesson, right? Like expect the unexpected or something, or like be prepared to take on the random things that come at you.
That's gonna be a caption for this video.
I thought the title was a candid conversation
Okay,
with Job and
that'll be
Pablo.
the title of the quote of the day. Anyway, I think that's all we wanted to talk about.
Oh yeah, so this is our last podcast episode, but trust us, this won't be the last you'll see of us
Yeah.
this school year. So we have one last gift to you all, and we're not saying goodbye yet because we'll do it then. That will be on the very last day of school, which is. Are you gonna check the calendar,
21?
Pablo?
21? May 21, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
So yeah, very last day of school. We'll publish that, and we'll see you then. So stay clean in quarantine. Oh yeah, here's a little tease for the video. Wait, Pablo, what are you doing? Pablo, don't leave me! Ah!
Okay.